And good evening, baseball fans. Back here just in the nick of time as we start our winner's bracket game with Fairhope American and Auburn Blue, as Hank Hudson, the leadoff batter for Auburn Blue, is behind 0-2. I'll give you the Auburn lineup here after this pitch. Missing high against it's Hank Hudson leading off. Number 5, Ethan Grooms, the pitcher. 22 is Jackson Kilgore in center. 9 is Ty Hudson at third. 2 is Brady Sigelski in right. 10 is Cooper Nimmo at first base. The pitch is behind Hank Hudson. It's now 2-2. 4 is Alan Owen. 3 is Walker Lane behind the plate. 8 is Braden Batir at second. 11 is Kyle King. 1 is Owen Zapp. 6 is Wilson Foster, the left fielder. The pitch low and away for ball 3. Manager is Bert Hudson. The coaches are Rod Foster and Tim Grooms. We'll give you the infield for Fairhope. Across the infield from left to right, from third to first, is number 7, Jack Malone. 3 is Gavin Rehorn. 16 is Copeland Bryant. 32 is Jerry McDowell. The payoff pitch to Hank Hudson here in the top of the first. Swing and a miss for strike 3. As Ethan Grooms will now bat. The outfield from left to right is number 30, Finley Lavelle. 22 is Zach Jones. 9 is Jacob O'Brien, as Rock Gerhart, the pitcher, throws to catcher Braxton Taylor on a pitch inside, ball 1. Auburn Blue was a 12-2 winner in 5 innings over Selma American yesterday. That one is a strike called. It's now 1-1. Fairhope American, 17-7 winners in 5 over Enterprise American. Enterprise American earlier tonight, a 14-2 winner over Selma American as Selma was eliminated. So we are down to 12 teams now as our 4 elimination games have been played. I'll give you those scores here in a little bit. The pitch up and in to Ethan Grooms. The number you see on your screen, 850-380-7267. If you want to text a shout-out to your favorite player or team, we'll get that on during the game. The 3-1 to Ethan Grooms is outside. No, they call it a strike as Grooms was about to chunk the bat. Auburn obviously wearing the Auburn colors, the navy blue with the orange letters with the white trim. Fairhope with their blues with the white pants, blue stripe down the side with the yellow numbers, as that is a time called. Those colors are similar to the high school in Fairhope. They're the Pirates. Who I believe made it, either won the state or were runner-ups last year in the Ozone division. Fairhope a frequent visitor to state. Ground ball to the left side. Shortstop has it's going to be a long throw across, and they're not going to get it. Great hustle. Ethan Grooms beats out the infield hit. As Jackson Kilgore will now bat.
Now batting, number 22, Jackson Kilgore.
Jackson Kilgore, the center fielder for Auburn, will bat here. The pitch to him is up and away for a ball. Says, good luck, Braden Butler. Love Nana, Mimi, and Granddad. Our first shout out from the 334 area code. The pitch low and in, throw down, not in time. So it's Butler, not Batir, as I said earlier. Couldn't read the handwriting on the book. So it is Butler, obviously Braden Butler. The pitch up and in for ball 3. It's now 3-0, I believe, to the number 3 batter, Jackson Kilgore, as Ty Hudson waits on deck. Shout out to my grandson, Gavin Rehorn, from Jeff and Pam Rehorn. The 3-0 to Kilgore is low and away for a ball 4. So 2 runners on here with 1 out for Ty Hudson.
Now batting, number 9, Ty Hudson.
Says go shout out to Gavin Rehorn, number 3 on Fairhope from your favorite cousin. Doesn't say who it is, but I'm assuming he knows. Go Fairhope. Love to my grandson, Gavin Rehorn. Popped up on the infield. Shortstop underneath an infield fly call, and the catch is made by Gavin Rehorn for out number 2. As Brady Sigelski to the plate as the shout-outs are starting to flow in for this one. Says good luck Finley and Fairhope American. We hope both teams have fun tonight from Aunt Linda and Uncle Ed. From the 321 area code. Sigelski, Cagelski. And the first pitch to him, low and away for a ball. Again, we will have 2 sessions tomorrow, a 10 a.m. and a noon game, and then we'll be off for a couple hours, and we'll be back at 6 o'clock. The pitch swung on, ripped, foul to the left side. A lot of shout-outs for this one. Says go Fairhope from the Bryans. Again, Grooms at second, Kilgore at first. And the pitch to Sigelski. Headed home is swung on and missed for strike 2. The 1-2 pitch is swung on, ground ball, fielded by the pitcher. He'll take a few steps and just chunk it over to first in time, 1-3 for out number 3. So Auburn will leave 2 on here in the top of the first. We'll go to the bottom of the first. This is the lineup for Fairhope American, who will be facing Auburn pitcher Ethan Grooms. Number 3 is Gavin Rehorn, the shortstop. 10 is Braxton Taylor behind the plate. 12 is Rock Gearhart on the mound. 16 is Copeland Bryant at second. 2 is Darren Leggett.
Rock Gearhart has a pitch count of 21 pitches. Again, the Fairhope pitcher has 21 pitches.
The number 6 batter, Jack Malone at third. 19 is Miles Drew Johnson. 9 is Jacob O'Brien in right. 22 is Zach Jones in center. 27 is Will Sparks. 32 is Jerry McDowell at first. And 30 is Finley Lavelle in left. Damian Rehorn and James Ennis, your coaches for Fairhope. The Auburn defense from left to right on the infield from third to first will be number 9, Ty Hudson. Number 7, Hank Hudson. 6 is Braden Batier. 10 is Cooper Nimmo. The outfield from left to right, number 6, Wilson Foster. 22 is Jackson Kilgore. 2 is Brady Sigelski. Behind the plate, number 3, Walker Lane. 5 is Ethan Grooms on the mound. Bert Hudson, your manager. Rod Foster and Tim Grooms, your assistant coaches. Interesting story we'll share, especially for the Auburn contingent. From 1996 to 2000, I worked at the sports editor at the Tri-City Ledger in Flomaton, where I got to cover Jay High School, and the Auburn Blue manager, Bert Hudson, who was one heck of a catcher back in the day. Also played football. I believe he played a year of football at Auburn. He wore number 7, I believe, which is interesting. His son Hank wearing number 7. But Bert was a catcher back in the day, but Hank is wearing number 7 playing shortstop where his Aunt Hillary played. Hillary is Bert's younger sister, who I believe was on one of Jay High School's state championship basketball teams back in, I think it was 96. Speaking to Bert's father, Robert, in between games, this is child number 2 and number 3 of 8 that Bert and his other half have. They've been to many a ball game over the years. It says go number 8, Braden Butler, love your family. That's on the, I believe, the Fairhope side. As we'll get to action here in the bottom of the first. Ball missing upstairs to Gavin Rehorn.
Number 3, Gavin Rehorn.
Who's gotten a little shout-out love so far. The shout-out to Gavin Rehorn and Coach Region from Andrew, Gracie, and Nana. Another one says, good luck to Gavin Rehorn from your Fairhope Pirates, from your Uncle Nick. The whole Rehorn clan everywhere watching young Gavin in this one as he will bat from the left side. He's got the 1-0 count to him. The 1-0 from Grooms is back up the box, stabbed by Grooms. Nice glove work there by the pitcher. As he stabbed one there around his ankles for out number 1.
Now batting number 10, Braxton Taylor.
Probably more reflex than anything else as Braxton Taylor to the plate. Actually ran into Bert Hudson, I believe, last year or the year before at the state tournament in Decatur. I believe that was with the oldest boy, as time is called. Got to watch Bert and Hillary during their high school days. I'd already moved on before Sawyer's turn. That one is up and in for ball 1. Say hi to Gwen if she's out there. That's Bert's mom and grandmother of Ty and Hank and their other 6 siblings. The 1-0. Foul to the left side. Actually, it's caught out of the air. Nice running grab there by Cooper Nimmo. The ball looked like it was going to fall foul, but good hustle into foul ground for out number 2.
Now batting number 12, Rock
Gearhart, the batter. That is one cool sounding name right there. That sounds like a ball player's name. The pitch from Grooms is in, almost hit him. It's ball 1. Again, we're in the bottom of the first here in this winner's bracket game. No score. As that one almost hit Gearhart again. Awfully close. 2-0. The winner of this one will take on the winner of the game going on Field 1 with Hueytown and Dothan American. The pitch swung on and missed on a ball inside. It's now 2-1. Pitch missing way upstairs. Speaking of Hueytown, one of their players is Jonah Winston. I believe that's the younger brother of former FSU quarterback Jameis Winston, who I am told is here tonight. He'll probably be the one with a bunch of people around him wanting his autograph. Now the quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Of course, Jameis was a great baseball player during his days at FSU. The 3-1 is a strike called. It's now 3-2. It's Copeland Bryan on deck. A pitch. Strike 3 called. It is 3 up, 3 down as Grooms retires Fairhope in order. We'll go to the top of the second when we get back. Don't forget to like JockJive on Facebook and follow us on
10 pitches. Again, Ethan Grooms' pitch count is at 10 pitches.
Don't forget to like JockJive on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. We're trying to reach 10,000 Facebook likes and 1,000 Twitter followers this summer, and we need your help to get there. When you like us on Facebook, we keep you updated on scores, schedules, game status, and so much more. So go to JockJive.com and follow the shortcut to all these social media, or simply put JockJive in the search engine of Facebook or at JockJive on Twitter. Plus, subscribe to our YouTube channel. More shout-outs here. It says, go Gavin from Grandpa, Dennis, and Cindy. Gavin Rehorn is burning up the text shout-out line tonight. Got some defensive changes here for Fairhope in the second. They're going to meet all their defensive. requirements, as Will Sparks is now in at third for Jack Malone. Darren Leggett in left for Finley Lavelle, and Miles Drew Johnson at first for Jerry McDowell. Go Gavin from Grandma and Grandpa in Nebraska. Every member of the Rehorn family watching this one. Of course, we certainly appreciate it. Fairhope is Van Salt's territory, one of the national directors in Alabama. Who unfortunately, I'm going to miss this weekend. He is in Andalusia running the Ozone State Tournament. Of course, we'll get to see him in Oxford, Alabama in a couple of weeks for the World Series for the AAA Majors in Ozone, which JockJive will bring to you starting on August the 5th, as Cooper Nimmo will lead off. He'll foul one to the right side. I believe Van is the Park and Rec director down in Fairhope, if memory serves me right. The 0-1. Missing upstairs. 1-1. Speaking of Park and Rec director, we want to give a shout out to one of the great guys, Dan Smith, who runs things here in Troy. Ran into him for the first time 3 years ago, I believe, when we were here for state tournament action. That's fouled off. I believe we were here for the Ozone 3 years ago. And we were across the street. You know, they got the 4 fields here, 1 through 4, and then 5 through 8 on the other side. The 1-2 is swung on and missed and held on to for the strikeout. Number 2 for Rock Gerhardt. As Alan Owen will now bat. We love you, Gavin and Damian Rehorn, region from Granny and Big Paw. Man, how many family members are in that family? They're all shouting out tonight. The pitch, swing and a miss by Owen. It's now 0-1. The 1-1 to Owen is swung on, popped up a mile high. I think it's going to get out of play. The catcher, right at the fence, makes the catch. Somehow it stayed in play. Braxton Taylor, I'd say about 2 feet from the fence, hauls it in. Nice concentration there.
Walker Lane.
Could have sworn that was going to come back and hit us. As Walker Lane to the plate. Number 3, he is the catcher. Pitch swung on, foul, back. My current job, I'm the sports editor at the Gulf Breeze News in Gulf Breeze, Florida, for the Auburn contingent out there. The best doubles pair I've ever covered and probably ever will. Jackie Kassler and Jen Pfeifler both played at Auburn. Jackie graduated in 14, Jen Pfeifler in 15. The pitch outside for a ball. The two of them, when they were at Gulf Breeze High, never lost a match, won 3 consecutive state titles. Says, great job, Braxton, on the catch. And for you Auburn soccer fans out there, a name to keep an eye on year after next, we'll tell you about it, is outside ball 2. Abby Jacobs is her name. She is a senior at Gulf Breeze High. She's already verbally committed to play soccer at Auburn. Great athlete. Be representing the Lady Tigers in 2018. Swing and a miss. Actually, it's tipped. It'll be 2-2. The 2-2 from Gerhardt is outside. It'll be full now. Again, we'll recap all the games that are going on right now after this pitch. The payoff pitch to Walker Lane is swung on, fouled straight back. Other games in the winner's bracket, the host, Troy, taking on Moulton. Municipal Automobile taking on South Bibb, and Dothan American and Hueytown all battling right now. The payoff pitch is inside for ball 4. So Gerhardt's second walk of the game will put Walker at first for Braden Butler, my mistake.
Now batting number 8, Braden Butler.
The pitch is a strike in the outside corner. It's low and away. It goes to the backstop. Runner will head to second on the wild pitch.
Rock Gerhardt is now at 37 pitches.
So Gerhardt getting close to his 40 pitch limit. Of course, if he goes over 40 in this at bat, he'll be able to conclude the pitch. Now, I'm assuming if he were to do that he would still be able to pitch the next day. But we'll get confirmation if we see a DYB official up here. The pitch is swung on and missed. So this would be number 40, I believe, right here, right? Or did he just go at 40? This will be number 40, so. The 2-2 to Butler is up and away for ball 3.
Gerhardt has now pitched 40 pitches.
All right, so the 3-2 pitch is up and away for ball 4. So runners at first and second. So you're allowed to finish the at-bat, but I believe he will still have to sit for 36 hours as time is called. And with this game at 7:58, that means that would eliminate him from, well, wouldn't be able to pitch till Sunday afternoon. There's a game at 3 on Sunday, so that he should be eligible for that game. That is if they're in the loser's bracket, but if they're still in the winner's bracket, there's a 5 o'clock game, which is the final of the winner's bracket, to be eligible for that. As the left-handed hitting Kyle King to the plate. And the Fairhope coaches are aware that he is over his 40, and they're going to leave him in there. The pitch to the lefty, Kyle King. Up over his head for ball 1. Appreciate all the shout-outs out there. At least we know I have a few people watching tonight. The 1-0. Swung on and I believe tipped. It'll be a strike. Either way, it is 1-1. Auburn Blue looking to jump out front first here. So I believe we've played 12 games so far. 8 of them have been mercy rules. That's a swing and a miss. And another one was close. Alexander beating Cherokee 11-2. And then we had 2 one-run games in opening day action. So it's either close or a blowout so far. The 1-2 is low. It is now 2-2. As Owen Zapp hoping to bat this inning. The 2-2 missing outside. It's now full to Kyle King. No score here in the top of the second. The payoff pitch is strike 3 on the outside corner. It must have hit the black because it looked outside from here. But Auburn will leave 2 more on. They have left 2 runners on in each of the first 2 innings.
Gerhardt into the inning with 47 pitches.
So 47 for Gerhardt through an inning and a half. We will go to the bottom of the second. It'll be Bryant, Leggett, and Malone, the 4, 5, 6 batters for Fairhope. Need a sports fix 24/7, whether live or archived. You can get it on JockJive.com. We have multiple channels with multiple sporting events and shows from practically every level of competition. There's the ACCC, the GCAA, Georgia Military Channel, DYB, Dixie Baseball, Georgia Highland Softball channels, and so much more. JockJive.com for those with an insatiable sports appetite. And the texter says, that was outside, umpire. So the texter's getting on the, would say the man in blue, but they're wearing red tonight. Again, Copeland Bryant, Darren Leggett, and Jack Malone will bat here in the bottom of the second. As Grooms for Auburn threw only 10 pitches in that first inning. Again, these pitch counts were instituted. This is the first season. A pitcher can pitch in the AAA division anyway, up to 40 pitches, and pitch the next day.
Now batting for Fairhope, number 16.
If he goes 41 to 65 pitches, he must rest from pitching for 36 hours, 66 to 75, 48 hours. As Copeland Bryant to the plate. And he will rip one foul. Says, I am Braden's aunt. Go Auburn Blue. As the one giving the umpire the business a minute ago. The 0-1. Off speed, way off speed. That'll be low for ball one. Again, the winner of this tournament and the tournament across the street, well, at least till tomorrow, then they'll come across to this side, the traditional majors. They will advance and represent Alabama in the AAA and Traditional Majors World Series, August 5th in Oxford, Alabama, and JockJive crews, including yours truly, will be there. The 1-1 missing up for a ball. Chuck Sebastian, who's over on Field 1, will be over there as well in Oxford. Of course, Chuck will be in Cleveland, Mississippi, starting July 29th for the Coach Pitch and Machine Pitch World Series. Home of Delta State. That is fouled to the right side. Great hustle by the right fielder, Sigelski, but he couldn't get to it. It's 2-2.
Number 15, Jack Taylor is at the bat.
The 2-2 swung on, ground ball, past the diving shortstop into center for a base hit. Great hustle there. Hank Hudson diving to his left, but could not come up with it. So the leadoff single.
Now batting number 2, Darren Leggett.
Darren Leggett, number 2, will now bat. The first base runner of the game for Fairhope. They went down 1-2-3 in the first. Championship game scheduled for 5 o'clock Monday afternoon with the IF game at 10 a.m. on Tuesday. Somebody will be Oxford bound by then. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Big cut by Leggett there. It's 0-1. Somebody downstairs knows they're on TV. And they're waving up there from the Fairhope side. The pitch swung on, hit into left. Left fielder charging in, and will put the squeeze on it. That is Wilson Foster for out number 1. Doesn't matter if you're a kid or a grown-up. You see a camera, you're going to wave. Jack Malone, the third baseman, to the plate.
24, Jack Malone.
Wonder if this Malone is related to the home run hitting Malone from a year or two ago. The pitch, low and away for ball 1. I think it's John Malone is the older one. Not sure if they are related, but I believe he hit 3 homers in a game a couple of years ago in World Series play. He hit a few. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and hit to right field. That ball will get down for a base hit. Runner will take the turn, but will go back to second. So an opposite field single for Jack Malone, and Fairhope in business here in the second.
Now batting for Fairhope, number 19, Miles Drew Johnson.
Miles Drew Johnson, who is now he was the first baseman last inning. He'll step to the plate. The one waving is Gavin Rehorn's mom. So we had gone about 5 minutes before mentioning Rehorn, so everybody getting into the act. The pitch, low and inside, ball one. Speaking of Fairhope, we want to say hi to Van. I'm not sure if he's watching. Of course, he's busy in Andalusia with the Ozone State Tournament. Looking forward to seeing him in a couple weeks. Again, runners at first and second here, as Fairhope looks to strike first in this winner's bracket game. As Johnson will step out. And hey, good luck to the rest of Gavin's buddies too. The pitch, swung on, ground ball. It'll get into the center for a base hit. Will they send the runner? Yeah, they take the turn, he'll go back. They thought about it, and they put the brakes on Copeland at the last minute. So the bases are loaded here for Team Fairhope. And with that, I believe that's manager Bert Hudson. We'll go out and talk to his pitcher, Grooms. Can't remember the exact number, but I do remember a game where Bert in his high school days ran for 300-plus yards in a game. I think it was 1994. Bert was a sophomore when Jay High School made it to state. They lost to Westminster Christian in the state tournament the year before. Some guy named Alex Rodriguez played for them. Jay High missed him by a year. He's done some good things in MLB since then. Jacob O'Brien to the plate. He's the right fielder.
Number 9, Jacob O'Brien.
The corner infielders are a couple steps in from their bases. Possibly looking for a play at the plate here, should it be hit to him. O'Brien swings and a miss. And a ball upstairs. Again, it's Copeland Bryant at third. Jack Malone at second. Miles Drew Johnson at first. As Grooms, long look, and O'Brien calls time and steps out. Looks like Municipal edging South Bibb 7-6 in the third to our left. The pitch up over the head, and he's going to make a play for it, and he's going to score on the pass ball. It squirts out of the glove of Lane, and Fairhope takes the 1-0 lead. Everybody else advances a base as well. Malone to third. Jones to second. Ball was up and in as Lane popped up to catch it. It squirted out of his glove. Again, as you saw it, Karam to his left. You have to have a real good secondary lead if you're going to score in a wild pitch. Again, the backstop not very deep here. The 1-1. That one gets away. Bounces right to, bounces away, and another run scores. Just as I say that, as 24 Malone gives a fist pump as he comes in to score on that wild pitch. It's now 2-0. As Jones takes third, Johnson. It's now 84 degrees here in Troy. The pitch is low for a ball. Again, Miles Drew Johnson, the runner at third, as Fairhope has plated 2 here in the second. The 3-1 is low and away for a ball 4. So runners at the corners now. And he's going to take second on the play. He didn't even stop. Great alert base running there by O'Brien. Took advantage of the fact that Groom's probably a little upset with himself and just lost track of him out there.
Now batting, number 22, Zach Jones.
Or daring him to throw it to second so the runner could come in from third. So runners at second and third for Zach Jones. The pitch is low. The shout out reads, good hustle. Oh, I lost it. Now I'm going to go find it again. We'll get to it after this pitch. The pitch is a strike called. It says good hustle, Copeland Bryant and Jack Malone. Jack is John Malone's brother. I thought so. I want to say the older Malone may have set a World Series record for RBIs a couple years back with 12, if I remember right. The 1-1 missing inside is now 2-1. Trying to remember all the places I've been over my 7 years with JockJive. Been to Fairhope twice, been to Troy twice, Enterprise, Decatur. I think that's it. I was going to go to Alexandria this week, but lack of adequate internet forced us to cancel that. So apologies to all the Ozone folks out there that were hoping to watch their kids play. That is a swing and a miss. It's now 2-2. I think I've also been to Hartselle once. This was before the Coach Pitch and Machine Pitch World Series. They used to do regional play, and there was a regional Coach Pitch tournament up there a couple years back. The 2-2 to Jones is swing and a miss. Big strikeout there by Grooms. That is his second of the game. 2 down. As Will Sparks to the plate.
Now batting number 27, Will Sparks.
In Fairhope with a 2 spot here in the second, but looking for more. A base hit here could make it 4-0. As Will Sparks to the plate. Time is called by Sparks and granted. The pitch missing outside for a ball. In the other games going on right now, the host team, Troy taking on Moulton, South Bibb taking on Municipal, Adamobile, and Dothan American and Hueytown. As time is called again. Not sure what I believe a ball was on the field down the first base line. There is a lot of space between these fields. I mean, someone would really have to get a hold of a foul ball for it to go to another field. The 1-0. Swung on, and it's a fair ball. The catcher will bare hand throws the first. Actually, a time is called. I believe it hit him in the box, I believe is the call, that the ball bounced up and hit the player as he was in the box. The first base umpire making that call. It's now 1-1. Again, the runner at third is out, Miles Drew Johnson. Jacob O'Brien is your runner at second. Is Fairhope looking to add some more. Big opportunity here with 2 runners on. There's a big at-bat for the Auburn defense to keep this from getting out of hand. The 1-1 pitch is low. Guess it's safe to say we don't need to ask the Auburn Blue fans which college they roll for. The 2-1 is a strike 2. The umpire thought it was 3. He was ready to ring him up, but there's only 1 strike.
Ethan Grooms, the pitcher for Auburn, is now at 35 pitches.
So Grooms getting toward that 40-pitch limit. Hoping he can end it on this batter here. The 2-2 is swung on, ground ball past him. The shortstop ranging over to second, over to first, not in time as a run scores. Hank Hudson, the shortstop, cut all the way in front of the second baseman. Long run for him to his left. Could not make the play as the infield RBI hit makes it 3-0 Fairhope. As O'Brien takes third on the play. The number 11 batter is Jerry McDowell.
Now batting number 32, Jerry McDowell.
McDowell batting from the left side. Grooms is going to probably go over 40 on this pitch, on this at bat. Big swing and a miss. Throw down to second. He's not even going, and they're going to get caught in a rundown, but they get the result they want as the runner from third comes in to score. So I guess a delayed steal, if you will, as Sparks steals. Then O'Brien scores to make it 4-0 Fairhope. It's all been a long inning for the Auburn defense, and not over yet. That's Groom still standing behind the mound. Now he'll toe the rubber. Now time is called by McDowell. Now Groom's on the rubber. The 0-1 pitch is swing and a miss. He chased one way out of the zone there. It's now 0-2. Trying to make it 6-0 right there. Speaking of, if any home run balls a hit, we'll stay on long enough to show you the ceremony. The player gets that home run ball back, signed by numerous DYB officials. We have a few of them here at the district level. As Groom's a little frustrated, he was ready to pitch. So he's got to be getting really close to 40 now if he hadn't gotten it already. The 0-2 pitch is low and away, and Ethan Grooms is upset with himself as he missed that one. So this will be number 40 right here. So Grooms needs to get the out right here, or he will not be allowed to pitch for 36 hours. Again, 41 to 65 pitches requires 36 hours of rest. 66 to 75, 48. The 1-2 pitch is upstairs for a ball. So now he's at 40.
The pitcher for Auburn, Ethan Grooms, is now at 40 pitches.
Again, the runner at second is Will Sparks. The 2-2 to McDowell. Headed home, it is swung on and missed for strike 3. So that'll put Grooms at 41, which means that's 36 hours. Will not be able to pitch.
The pitcher for Auburn, Ethan Grooms, ended that inning with 41 pitches.
So to the top of the third we go. Auburn Blue will come to bat, trailing 4-0. If you want your very own copy of a DVD of any game we broadcast during this year's Alabama DYB AAA State Tournament, you can simply email info, I-N-F-O, at JockJive.com, and we will get the process started. DVDs are only $10 a game, plus shipping and handling. Again, that is info, I-N-F-O, at JockJive.com. The owner of the company, Robert Williamson, will get back in touch with you. As Gearhart with his 47 will go back to the mound. So both teams are going to ride their starters here. Fairhope has reinserted its starting 9, so Lavelle is back in left, McDowell is back at first, and Malone is back at third. So the original starting 9, which is Malone at third, Rehorn still at short, Bryant still at second, McDowell back at first, Lavelle back in second with Zach Jones, Jacob O'Brien, Braxton Taylor behind the plate. Rock Gearhart still on the bump for Fairhope. And Fairhope donning the colors of their high school back home, the Pirates.
Now batting number 1, Owen Zapp.
As Owen Zappel leads things off here, the 11, 12, and 1 batters as he takes ball 1. Pitch is low and in for ball 2. Again, top of the third here in winner's bracket action. The pitch is a strike called, 2-1. Again, the 8 teams that won yesterday in their openers are in action now at this moment. The pitch way upstairs, it's 3-1. Gearhart looking in. The 3-1 is swung on, hit to the right side. Second baseman has it over to first in. Plenty of time to go forward to 3. Bryant to McDowell. 1 down for Wilson Foster, the left fielder.
Now batting number 6, Wilson Foster.
In Fairhope with all 4 of their runs in the bottom of the second. They lead 4-0 here in the third. The pitch is a strike called. The pitch upstairs for a ball. Understand we're trying to hear that Troy is down to Moulton 5-0, but they have the bases loaded. The 1-1 pitch is swing and a miss as Foster chased one up in the zone there. It's now 1-2. Mike Flowers bringing you the action from the host team. The 1-2 to Foster way upstairs. It's now 2-2. And we'll be back here at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. All 4 fields will have elimination games, so we'll be down to 8 after the 10 o'clock games. And we'll have 2 more elimination games at 6. That is strike 3 looking for Wilson Foster as the home plate umpire cranks that lawnmower for out number 2. Number 7 is Hank Hudson, struck out swinging his first time.
Now batting number 7, Hank Hudson.
Pitch is low for a ball. I have a shout out here. It says, explain how the winners of tonight advance. Well, this is an elimination game, so obviously the loser will not advance. Actually, yeah, the winners of tonight will advance to play at noon tomorrow, where the winner of this one will get the Hueytown Dothan American winner. That'll be at noon over on Field 1 with Chuck Sebastian. Losers will still be alive as well. We'll certainly recap all of that once we know who they are before we sign off tonight. The 1-0 is low for ball 2, which is a pretty good segue to remind you to like us on Facebook, JockJive Sports. Type that into your Facebook search engine, and you can keep updated on all of our scores. The 2-0 is a strike. It's 2-1. Unfortunately, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, we are not in Andalusia as we were hoping. As time is called, not sure if this is going to be it for Rock Gerhardt or not, but yes, it is. In the middle of an at-bat at 60, so that means he's eligible to pitch 36 hours from now. which will be for the Sunday games, which won't start until 5. So obviously he is out for tomorrow. So number 2. Number 2 for Fairhope. Actually, I don't have a number 2. Actually, it is, Darren Leggett. I'm sorry, number 2, Darren Leggett. One of the reserves is now on the bump for Fairhope. And while he warms up, it may come as a surprise to you how affordable it is to have JockJive Sports provide coverage of your sporting event or sports team with quality streaming, offering a national and international platform to show off your school or sport. We provide everything from youth sports to NCAA Division I, literally from every part of this country, large production or small, tiny venues or huge. We can and have done them all. To put JockJive Sports to work for you, email info@jockjive.com. Nana says, come on, Auburn Blue. So they better listen to Nana. Don't want to make Grandma mad. As Leggett is finishing his warm-up tosses.
Fairhope's pitcher Gearhart exited the game with 60 pitches. Your new pitcher is number 2, Darren Leggett.
So again, Gearhart with 60. So he falls between the 41 and 65 threshold, which means no pitching for 36 hours. These new pitching laws were instituted this year by Dixie Youth. So AAA pitchers are not allowed to go past 75 total. I believe the ozone is 85, but I'm not sure on that. That is 3-1. Again, the winners here in the AAA and the Majors Division will represent Alabama at the Dixie Youth World Series on August the 5th. That one misses high and a walk to Hank Hudson. Again, JockJive will be there for the World Series.
Now batting number 5, Ethan Groom.
Chuck Sebastian and I will be heading over there as Ethan Grooms to the plate. Ethan Grooms had an infield hit his first time up. That one is a strike called. The pitch from Leggett is a swing and a miss as he chased a bad ball there. It's now 0-2. And your runner at first is Hank Hudson. He just drew a walk. The pitch from Leggett is swung on, popped up, the third baseman underneath it, and he will put it away. Jack Malone for out number 3. Auburn is stranded 5 through 2.5. To the bottom of the third we go as Fairhope will send up 12, 1, and 2, Lavelle, Rehorn, and Taylor.
Darren Leggett, the pitcher for Fairhope, has 5 pitches.
And I believe it is still Ethan Grooms for Auburn. Yep, number 5. So he will go over his 40 in hopes of keeping this game close. Again, if he goes over 65, that means he cannot pitch for 48 hours. So again, the winner of this one will play at noon tomorrow over on Field 1 with Chuck Sebastian, bringing you that one between the winner of this one and the winner of the game he's doing right now with Hueytown and Dothan American. The loser of this game will take on Tallahassee at 10 a.m. over on Field 3. That will be an elimination game. Again, we started with 16. We'll be down to 12 by tonight. We'll be down to 8 after our morning session, and then down to 6 after the evening session. Says Fairhope loves JockJive, Troy, and DYB. Always been good to us. They have a nice park over there. I remember we were over there a few years ago. A lot of shade, if I remember. It's not like a cookie cutter 4-pod, like this is. But they had like one field next to another, and there was a lot of shade for people to sit under. It was really nice. Especially on those warm days in June and July. As Finley Lavelle lead things off, and he takes a big hack there as he misses for strike one. The 0-1. Misses low. It's now a ball and a strike. It'll be Lavelle, Rehorn, Taylor. The 1-1 is low. Being told it is Fairhope Volanta Park, the park I'm speaking of with all the shade. Unfortunately, in these cookie cutter ones like this, you got to bring your own pop-up tent. A big swing and a miss as Lavelle chases one upstairs. It's now 2-2. Plus, a good thing about covering that, it's only an hour from my house. That's a low and away. I'll call Pensacola home. I believe the count is now 2-2. The 2-2 pitch is swung on. Chopper, knocked down by the pitcher. He gets up, thrives to first, and he's safe. Wow, what a great effort by Grooms as he, from his backside, almost one-hopped one to first, but good hustle by Lavelle. Beats it out. He has the infield single.
Now batting number 3, Gavin Rehorn.
It's Gavin Rehorn, who lined a screamer back up to the box to the pitcher to lead the game off. Pitch to Rehorn up and away for ball one. Father is the manager of the Fairhope squad. The 1-0 pitch is, he tried to lay down a bunt, but it screams foul to the left side. Didn't really get around on that. It sounds like Auburn has made some changes here this last half inning. I think you heard Alan Owen is in left. That one missing outside. Count now 2-1. In Fairhope with 4 in the second. They have a man on here. The pitch taking all the way and I guess misses low. 3-1. The 3-1 from Grooms is a strike on the outside corner as Rehorn had already taken about a step and a half toward first. A couple of shout outs to get to here. Says, come on, Gavin, let's go from Grandma and Grandpa. The pitch is swung on and missed for the strikeout. 2 down now for Braxton Taylor.
Now batting number 10,
Actually, 1
Braxton
down, sorry.
Taylor.
Pitch missing for a ball. Says the Ring family watching in Memphis and cheering for Finley Lavelle and his Fairhope teammates. Great coverage. Appreciate that. The 1-0 is a strike. That'll even things up. Again, 1 down here in the bottom of the third. Fairhope looking to add to a 4-0 lead here in this winner's bracket game. The pitch is low. Now 2-1.
The Auburn pitcher, Ethan Grooms, now has 55 pitches.
Nana weighing in says Nana is saying that the umpire can borrow her glasses on that last one. Pretty sure every umpire's heard that one at least once. The 2-1, missing upstairs, and probably worse than that, actually. 3-1. The 3-1 swing and a miss as Taylor chased one upstairs. That is going to run the count full. As sounds like Grooms is getting close to the 60 pitch mark. The payoff pitch, low and away for ball 4. That is his second walk of the day. 2 runners on now for Rock Gearhart.
12, Rock Gearhart.
Actually sounds like a good NASCAR name. The pitch. Low and away to the backstop, and every runner will advance. Runners now at second and third. Gearhart looking to help his own case here, his own cause. Already has the 4-0 lead. The 1-0 missing inside. Count now 2-0.
Is now at 60 pitches.
Now at 60 for Grooms. Says, come on, boys, let's go from the 402 area code as Grooms is close to getting to 48-hour territory, and they're just going to put him on, I believe. So the unintentional, intentional walk loads him up. As Bryant to the plate. Says, go Finley from the Blackwells from the 251 area code.
Copeland Bryant.
Southern Alabama, that's a strike called. Grooms' 0-1 is swung on, back up the box. Bobbled by the shortstop. It'll go into center. One will score the throw, coming all the way into the catcher. And I'm thinking that play could have been made, so I'm leaning toward E6. Play does drive in Lavelle to make it 5-0 Fairhope. As Darren Leggett to the plate. Corner infielders in a few steps to maybe hopefully cut the run down at the plate. They need outs in the worst way. The pitch is low and away. It gets away from the catcher, but nobody will advance. Says hello, Miles Drew Johnson from Gigi and Papa and Amy, Ava, and Liza from Collierville, Tennessee. It's our second shout out from the Volunteer State. The 1-0. Missing up. Speaking of Tennessee, the photographer as well as the sports editor at the Gulf Breeze News is a big photography convention in Nashville, Imaging USA. It's one of the bigger ones us shutterbugs like to go to. We'll be in Nashville in early January of 2018. Kind of hoping to go to that one. The 2-0 is swing and a miss. Big cut by Leggett. I think he was trying to make it 9-0 right there.
The Auburn pitcher, Ethan Grooms, is now at 65 pitches.
So Auburn pretty content on letting him go to 75 and then sit for 48 hours. Obviously have many pitchers they can use from here on out. They're guaranteed at least one more game after this. Grooms really battling out there. The 2-1 pitch coming home. It is low. Gets away, but nobody will advance again. Says, let's go, boys, from Lincoln, Nebraska. That's a Fairhope text right there. The 3-1 to Leggett is upstairs. They walk in a run. So Leggett, the RBI the easy way. Bryant to second, Gearhart to first. Taylor comes in to score. It is now a 6-0 Fairhope lead, and that will do it for Ethan Grooms. As Bert Hudson will make a change. As it looks like Grooms is heading to first. Looks like Nimmo is going to right, and Sigelski is, well, now Sigelski to third. And it looks like Ty Hudson to the mound.
With 67 pitches. Ethan Green's final pitch count was 67 pitches.
So we'll recap the Auburn defense now with all the changes. It looks like it's Sigelski at third, Hank Hudson still at short, Braden Butler still at second with Ethan Grooms now at first, Foster still in left, Kilgore still in center. It looks like Nimmo is now in right field. Lane still behind the plate, and now Ty Hudson. Not sure if that's child number 2 or 3 of Bert's manager. As Ty will get a few more warm-up pitches before he gets to go. He's getting put in a tough spot here. Bases loaded with only 1 out in a 6-0 Fairhope lead. Just for informational purposes, the run rule is 15 after 3 and 10 after 4. Apparently somebody is homered to our left, as there's one father really fired up over there.
Now batting number 24, Jack Malone.
I believe that's South Bibb with the homer over Municipal. South Bibb wearing the LSU-like purple. It was interesting, that game the other night, you had 2 teams wearing purple. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. On the field at the same time. It was South Bibb and I believe Tallahassee. As Jack Malone, whose older brother likes to hit those home runs, is in a prime position here with a 0-1 count. The pitch. Low, it gets away. Runner's going to come in. The throw to the plate will not be in time. It gets away from Ty Hudson. We'll have runners at second and third. It's now 7-0. As Gearhart comes in to score, Bryant to third, Leggett to second. Leave the count now 1-1 to Jack Malone, who singled and scored his first time up. His time is called as we're going to have I believe Butler down at second getting the shoes tied. Again, you are watching the Alabama AAA State Tournament here from the Troy Sportsplex here in Troy, Alabama, here on JockJive.com. Jason Thompson here on Field 2, bringing the action on this one. Ty Hudson looking in. The 1-1 to Malone is up and into the backstop. Nobody will advance as it bounce right back to the catcher. 2-1 now the count. You know, just looking over on Chuck Sebastian's field in between innings. No Jameis sighting yet. We were told that Jameis was going to be here watching his younger brother playing for Hueytown. Of course, former Florida State quarterback, now the starter for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The 2-1 pitch. Outside. Count now, I believe, 3-1. The 3-1 swung on and hit well to center field. It is caught out there. The runner at third tags. The throw coming home, and he will be safe. Runner will head to third. Now he'll head back. His head first slides back in there as Malone with the sac fly to center, bringing in Copeland Bryant. And for the second inning in a row, Fairhope plates 4. It is now 8-0 Fairhope. as Miles Drew Johnson
Now
to the plate.
Number 19, Miles Drew Johnson.
Johnson singled and scored back in the second. He is the 8th batter of this inning. The pitch, swing and a miss. He went up in the zone for that one. Wind blowing slightly from left to right now. The pitch. Swung on, ground ball to the shortstop. It's going to be a long throw across the diamond, but he gets there in time. Nice throw there by the shortstop. That is Hank Hudson to Grooms on the 6-3. But not before Fairhope plates 4 more. We're halfway home in this one. It's all Fairhope now. It is 8-0. You want your very own copy of this broadcast or any broadcast we're doing here at the ALDYB AAA State Tournament, simply email info, I-N-F-O, at JockJive.com, and we will get the process started. DVDs are only $10 a game, plus shipping and handling. Again, that is info, I-N-F-O, at JockJive.com, and the owner, Mr. Robert Williamson, will get back in touch with you. Robert was in Birmingham today for SWAC Media Days. Of course, JockJive will be bringing you action from the Southwest Athletic Conference, which is, I believe, Alabama A&M, Bethune-Cookman, Mississippi Valley State, Grambling, and a few others. Couple changes here as Jack Malone is now behind the plate for Braxton Taylor. Sparks is back in at third. As we go to the top of the fourth. Says, great job, Jack Malone, playing like the Sam, just like Sam. Great from the Rings.
Now batting number 22, Jackson Kilgore.
It'll be Kilgore, Ty Hudson, and Brady Zagelski here in the top of the fourth as Auburn. And a big hole here, down 8-0. Need to put up a big crooked number here in the fourth, as Fairhope could walk it off in the bottom half with 2 runs. The 0-1 is out of the zone as Leggett back to the mound for Fairhope. Again, the winner of this one will take on the winner of the Hueytown-Dothan American game, which Chuck Sebastian is bringing you on field 1 right now. The pitch is outside. He checked his swing. It's now 2-1. The loser of this one will take on Tallahassee in an elimination game at 10 a.m. over on field 3. The pitch swung on and hit well to right center. That's going to get down and roll all the way to the fence. That's going to be possibly 2 and not more. He's on his horse. He's headed to 3, and he will slide in safely with a leadoff triple. Nice solid shot there by Jackson Kilgore for the 3-bagger as Ty Hudson to the plate.
Now batting for Auburn, number 9, Ty Hudson.
Can't remember if Bert or Hillary in their high school days wore number 9. Obviously, Bert wore 7, I think. Actually, I think he wore 4. It's been 20 years now. I just can't remember that ball upstairs for a ball. One and 0 the count now to Ty Hudson. He popped out to short his first time. Pitch from Leggett is low and away for ball 2. Says cheering on Finley from Atlanta from Grant, Sasha, and Parker. That would be Finley Lavelle for Fairhope. The pitch, swing and a miss. It's now 2-1. Speaking of Atlanta, was there, I think, 2 years ago. Imaging USA, that photography conference as I mentioned earlier, was there at the Congress Center. That is one huge facility. That ball is a strike. It's 2-2. Again, your runner at third is Jackson Kilgore after the opposite field triple. The 2-2 is a strike. 3 called as Leggett gets the strikeout. Says, I see you, Jackson. Go Big Blue. One down here in the top of the fourth for Brady Sagelski, who grounded out to the pitcher.
Number 2, Brady Sagelski.
To end the first inning. The pitch is swung on and missed. 8-0 here. Fairhope on top of Auburn Blue. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Wonder if that means there's an Auburn orange. 0-2 the count. That one missing outside. It says, please say hello to Luke and BC from Jeff Rehorn. The 1-2 pitch swung on, and is it held on to? It is for the strikeout. So Leggett with back-to-back Ks after the leadoff triple.
Now batting number 10, Cooper Nimmo.
Cooper Nimmo with the strikeout in the first inning. Auburn has left 5 runners on in the first 3 innings, at least 1 in every inning, including 2 in the first and the second. The pitch missing outside. So they've had chances. Just have not been able to get that clutch hit yet. The 1-0 to Cooper Nimmo is outside for ball 2. Pitch from Leggett is swung on and missed. It wasn't tipped, so the runner's going to score on the wild pitch. So Jackson Kilgore puts Auburn on the board here at 8-1. Shout out reads, watching Miles Drew from Gulf Shores. That's my part of the world, well, close to it anyway. Of course, Foley and Gulf Shores have nice complexes like this one. They're very busy in the spring months with the travel ball. The 2-1, up and in for ball 3. Been over there a few times watching some of the local travel teams from the Gulf Breeze, Pensacola area. It says, and that is swing and a miss. Apparently Miles Drew's name is Little Uzi. Interesting. 3-2 the count. The payoff pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, so Leggett gets 3 consecutive Ks after the leadoff triple to Kilgore. He scored on a wild pitch, though, to give Auburn their lone run. So Fairhope could score 3 to score 3 to end it. Here in the bottom of the fourth, they will send up batters 8, 9, and 10, and O'Brien, Jones, and Sparks. It may come as a surprise to you how affordable it is to have JockJive Sports provide coverage of your sporting event or sports team with quality streaming, offering a national and international platform to show off your school or sport. We produce everything from youth sports to the NCAA Division I, literally from every part of this country. Large production or small, Tiny venues are huge. We can and have done them all. To put JockJive Sports to work for you, email info@jockjive.com. As Fairhope could end it here with 3. As Ty Hudson will go back to the mound for Auburn.
Can the coach from the Auburn dugout please pick up the dugout phone?
Again, here on Field 2 tomorrow at 10 a.m. We will have Enterprise, who won earlier on this field, will take on the loser of the Municipal South Bibb game, which South Bibb is leading at the moment 12-7. Then at noon here on Field 2, the Troy Moulton winner will take on the Municipal South Bibb winner in one of the semifinals of the winner's bracket. The text reads, happy big birthday to Laura Johnson of Fairhope, the mother of Miles Drew. That's from Gigi and Papa in Collierville, Tennessee. As Jacob O'Brien leads things off here in the 4th inning. Ground ball off the pitcher, barehanded by the shortstop over to first, not in time. Boy, that would have been a great play there. Hank Hudson, as the ball was deflected by brother Ty to him, and O'Brien beats it out for the base hit.
Now batting number 22, Zach Jones.
Says former University of Louisiana Lafayette Ragin' Cajun pitcher Chad Domingue, or D-O-M-I-N-Q-U-E, I think, or G-U-E. Watching Fairhope Pirates play hard, go Miles Drew Johnson. That ball is upstairs. Actually, that reminds me of something. Young lady's name is Rainey Niles. She'll be a senior at Gulf Breeze High. In 2018, she'll be playing soccer for the Ragin' Cajun. So congrats, Rainey. She'll be heading to Cajun country. The pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1 the count now as O'Brien on first. Again, Fairhope could score 3 here and end it here in the 4th.
What are we on? 4th inning, 8-1. I really look for them to score 3 runs. If they'll score 3, we can.
The 1-1 from Hudson is swung on and fouled to the right side. It's now 1-2. And this is winner's bracket action here at the AAA state tournament. Both these teams won their openers yesterday. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and hit to center field. Center fielder running, and it gets past him. He gets over his head. Runner headed around third, and they will put the brakes on him there on a double by Zach Jones. It looked like the center fielder just took the wrong line to the ball. He cut to his left and then had to go back. So runners at second and third as the possible, I guess you call it, game-ending early run to the plate in Will Sparks. Again, the lead is 7. Fairhope could score 3 more here and end it in the 4th. As Ty Hudson looking in to Walker Lane, as Sparks will step out, and now he'll step back in. And the pitch to him is up and away for ball 1. Says, good job, coaches, and Coach Rehorn from Nebraska. They are 3 outs away from, or 3 runs away from being 2-0 here to start the tournament. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. We're even at 1-1. Again, your runner is O'Brien at third and Jones at second. The pitch from Ty Hudson is up and away for ball 2. As we just hit 9 o'clock here in Troy, Alabama, here at the Troy Sportsplex, home of Troy University. The 2-1. Swung on and foul, tipped. It's 2-2. Actually, Troy University is right on the street where we're staying at the Courtyard Marriott. Right next to the Hampton as well. Probably a happening place during football season. The 2-2 is up and away. The count is now full. I believe the Trojans are in the Sun Belt with South Alabama, Louisiana Lafayette. I think Florida Atlantic is in there as well. Says, hey, Uncle Damian Rehorn. The pitch is strike 3 called as Sparks down on strikes. He's now 1 for 2. And here comes Jerry McDowell. He struck out swinging his first time.
Jerry McDowell.
Again, the wind was blowing straight in earlier today, then was blowing from right to left. Now it's blowing from left to right as McDowell chases a bad ball there. It's 0-1. Says, good luck to my son, Coach Damian Rehorn, and my grandson, Gavin Rehorn. Hopefully the Rehorns have unlimited text on their phone plan. That's way up and away as that one gets away from Hudson, but bounces right back to the pitcher, Lane. It's now 1-1. The 1-1 is swung on and fouled out of play to the left side. Heads up everybody over there. As numerous kids run it down as if it's a gold nugget or something. It's 1-2. Hopefully these kids realize they do have to give that ball back. There goes another one from the other field. Bouncing, actually it bounces onto our field. You see it there by the third baseman grabbing it. Sigelski. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out and 2 on here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch is inside and almost hit McDowell. Ty Hudson looking to get out of this inning. Give Auburn a chance to bat in the 5th. The 2-2 is up and in for ball 3. Wind now blowing from left to right, as you can see in the flags out there. Ty Hudson with the payoff pitch is upstairs, way high for ball 4. Goes all the way to the backstop. The bases are now loaded. It'll be Finley Lavelle with an infield single his first time up. As time is called, as Bert Hudson will go out and have a talk to his pitcher, who happens to be his son as well. I believe that is son number 2 there, as he looks to be much bigger than the shortstop, Hank Hudson, who's number 3, I would imagine, in the line of 8. Out there talking to shortstop, pitcher, and catcher. Again, you're watching the Alabama AAA State Tournament here on JockJive.com, coming to you from the Troy Sportsplex in Troy, Alabama. Finley Lavelle, the number 12 batter, will bat with a chance to end the game here with an extra base hit. The pitch, that misses up for a ball.
Now batting number 30, Finley Lavelle.
The 1-0 is swung on, chopped up the middle. The shortstop has it. He will tag his base. He'll fire to first, but it won't be in time. Good hustle there by Lavelle on the fielder's choice. 6 unassisted. McDowell is forced out, but another run scores in O'Brien to make it 9-1. So now Lavelle is the run that could end things early. As Gavin Rehorn is 0 for 2.
Gavin Rehorn.
Lined out to the pitcher, then struck out in the first and third, respectively. As Walker Lane is relaying signals to his infielders. As Ty Hudson gets the sign, he will fire it home. It is up and away for ball 1. So let's go Gavin from Andrew. Again, the runner at third is Jones. The runner at first is Lavelle. As Fairhope leading by 8. The pitch swung on, and I believe it's tipped, but it's held onto by the catcher. And we're even at a ball and a strike. Wind continuing to blow from left to right. The pitch way upstairs for ball 2. I was proud of my grandson, Gavin Rehorn. Great job. He's looking for his first hit of the day. The 2-1 is popped up. It will fall foul. And it's now 2-2. It's great hustle, Finley, from Eric, Audrey, and Gator in Seattle. That's got to be the farthest text. Speaking of Seattle, another one of my Gulf Breeze High kids, Doug Baldwin, class of 2007, a receiver for the Seattle Seahawks. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3 as Rehorn a little upset with himself. And that'll do it for the 4th as Fairhope will strand a pair. As we go to the top of the 5th, Fairhope comfortably out in front here at 9-1.
The pitcher for Auburn, Ty Hudson, has 32 pitches.
Coming up later in July on JockJive.com, more Florida and AL DYB Dixie Youth events and Dixie Baseball State Tournaments and World Series and so much more. Plus, coming up this fall, SWAC football, soccer and volleyball, Tuskegee football, Georgia Military College football, Great American Rivalries, high school football, the ACC Game of the Week, and more. A litany of reasons you need to come back to JockJive often. Again, other action going on right now. Moulton taking on Troy, the host team. South Bibb and Municipal, and Dothan American and Hueytown. And again, I cannot see that field from here, but I understand we have not seen Jameis yet. In case you missed it, I believe his name is Jonah Winston, the younger brother of Jameis. As Leggett will go back onto the mound for Fairhope. In action will resume here tomorrow at 10 a.m. We will have, pardon me, looks like 4 games at 10, but only 2 at noon. Then we'll have 2 at 6, but we'll also have 2 majors games here on this pod of 4 fields. The championship of the majors is scheduled for Sunday night. I believe the championship game at 3 with the IF at 7. The winner of that tournament, and of course the winner of this one, will be Oxford, Alabama bound here in about 3 weeks. The Dixie Youth Baseball AAA Majors and Ozone World Series from Oxford, Alabama. this year. Understand next year will be Lumberton, North Carolina.
Now batting number 4, Alan Owen.
As Alan Owen to the plate. His way to go, Jacob O'Brien, the text reads. That is popped up, and it will fall into shallow left for a hit. As the Owen blooper gets over the head and down past, I believe that's Sparks over there now at third.
Coming up to bat number 3, Walker Lane.
As Walker Lane, the catcher, walked his first time up in the second inning. The second inning in a row, Auburn's leadoff man has gone on. Ground ball up the middle. That'll be a base hit to center. They will fire to second. Close play is safe. So Lane with the hit. Back-to-back singles. Just about to say the first time the leadoff man got on was Kilgore. He came in to score. So Auburn blew off to the good start here in the fifth as Braden Butler, who walked in the second. The pitch is a strike called. Leggett struck out the side after the leadoff triple last inning, but has given up 2 hits here as Butler went after a bunt, but it was missed, so the runners advance a base. So Owen to third and Lane to second. Count now is 0-2, though, on Braden Butler. Kyle King waiting on deck. The 0-2 is swung on, hit to the right side. It is a foul ball. Foul ball. As I believe Johnson caught it just in foul territory, as the Fairhope coach is he's thinking it was a fair ball. But the discussion was a brief one. See, that play would have been the whole plate umpires to make. It's a 3-man crew. You got the one at third and the one at second. So I guess the discussion was, did you see it? He said, yeah, and the coach said, okay. And that was it. And now we have another stoppage of some kind. Not sure if there's a ball in the field over there. Yeah, it looks like it. Can't tell. The home dugout roof kind of obstructs the foul area. Oh, I think there's a pitcher warming up. That's what it was. I think just got away from somebody. The pitch is inside as Butler spins out of the way. It's now 1-2.
Fairhope's pitcher is now at 30 pitches.
You heard the announcement there, Leggett at 30, so he's getting close to the 40 pitch threshold. That one is low and away. Definitely like this pitch count rule in the sense that before it was an inning rule where if you pitch 3 innings, you could pitch the next day. But shoot, you could pitch 25, 30 pitches in an inning and end up with 75 and then pitch the next day or be eligible to, which may not be the safest of things. That ball was tipped, so I believe it's 2-2, but we'll see what the umpire says. Nope, 2-1. The pitch to Butler is swung on to the right side. That's foul, and now we're at 2-2. Again, we did have, I guess it was about a 15 to 20 minute weather delay. There was a threat of inclement weather, I guess coming from the east, from the Dothan area, but it never materialized. The pitch is strike 3 called as Leggett with the off-speeder. Strikeout number 4 for him over the last inning and a third.
Now batting number 11, Kyle King.
As Kyle King to the plate. King struck out looking his first time up. That is the 8th strikeout by Fairhope pitching tonight. So 8 of the 13 outs by the K, the pitch. Swing and a miss as King laid on that one. It's 0-1. Chop to the right side. The second baseman has it over to first in time for the out. That'll go 4-3. but a run does score. Lane to third on the play to make it 9-2. Yes, the Fairhope coach is asking for the pitch count, which I just heard it was 36. So if Leggett wants to pitch tomorrow, he's got to get this out, preferably in the next pitch or 2 or 3. 0-1 to Owen Zapp, who grounded out to second his first time. The pitch is a strike called. It's 0-2. We are proud of Miles Drew Johnson and the Fairhope team from Papa and GB watching you from Tennessee. The 0-2 is swung on, out of play. So that's got to be somewhere around 38 or 39 here for Leggett, who's had a few strikeouts, but he's got 39, so he needs to get this strikeout right here. They did have somebody warming up. I think they still do down the right side. The pitch is a strike. 3 called as Leggett gets his 5th strikeout in 2 innings. As Auburn leaves 1 on, they have left 6 on through 4.5. So Fairhope American can still end it early here with a 3-run 5th. Just checking the game to our right with Hueytown leading Dothan 10-1. I believe that game was in the 6th inning as we have a new pitcher for Auburn. It is Cooper Nimmo. So we have a new right fielder. I'm assuming Sigelski went back into right where he started the game. So let's go Fairhope from Blake Westry.
Can the Auburn coach please pick up the dugout phone?
Trying to figure out for Auburn, actually number 9 is Hudson. So Hudson is back at third, so I guess that means Sigelski is back at right, which would be Ty Hudson, Hank Hudson, Braden Butler, and Ethan Grooms on the infield. It's Foster, Kilgore, Sigelski. So the original outfield now with Lane and Nimmo now pitching. As Fairhope's Braxton Taylor will step in here in the bottom of the 5th. Fairhope can still end it with 3 runs here in the 5th. Or just getting 3 outs in the 6th, as that is a strike called. The 0-1 is strike 2 called on the inside. Again, it'll be Taylor, Gearhart, and Bryant for Fairhope, the 2, 3, 4 batters, who have scored a total of 4 runs in this game. The 0-2 is upstairs, now 1-2. Nimmo is the 3rd Auburn pitcher of the game. And he fires home, and it's strike 3 on the outside corner. So his first strikeout.
Now batting number 12, Rock Gearhart.
That's strikeout number 7 for Auburn pitching through 4 1/3, despite the 9-2 deficit. As Gearhart to the plate, he has a strikeout and the intentional walk. There's a strike called. And you're watching winners bracket action in the Alabama AAA state tournament here on JockJive.com on this Friday night. The 0-1 pitch is ripped to center field, and the center fielder will just watch it fly. It got out of here in a hurry. Rock Gearhart got all of that one, as that's ended up in the parking lot someplace. As he is met at the plate by his teammates. It may take a while to find that one, but hopefully that ball will get brought back. And actually, we see kids out there running for it. That ball will hopefully be brought back to the press box, where DYB officials will autograph it and put it in a nice little plastic case for young Mr. Gearhart. As Copeland Bryant, who's been on base twice, says, let's end this now. Fairhope, love you, Jacob, from Uncle Johnny. As all the Go Rock texts come in, there's a Go Rock, there's a way to go Gearhart text, and way to go Rock. The 1-0 is swung on, knocked down by the pitcher. He recovers. It's going to be close play at first, and he beats it out. That's going to be an E1. As Leggett now could end the game with a big fly. Go Fairhope from Jordan Miles, the text reads.
Now batting number 2, Darren Leggett.
I believe that is the first homer of this game. Leggett with a walk that drove in a run and a fly out. And a strike called. So we will stay on long enough to show you the awarding of that home run ball after this one's over. Of course, it's a winner's bracket game, so obviously no elimination ceremony of any kind. That ball is off the foot of Ty Hudson. That's going to be a hit. That ball was scalded. That ball ends up in the corner and left. It'll be runners now at second and third. So a base hit could possibly end it here. Bryan at third and Leggett at second for Jack Malone, who's capable of getting one if he hits like his brother. In the run rule, 15 after 3, 10 after 4.
Number 24, Jack Malone.
I believe the younger Malone wearing the same number as his brother. I'm not sure. Younger one wearing 24. The pitch is swung on and I believe tipped at the plate. That home run ball had some decent height, but boy, it was hit right on the screws, and it got out of here, I'd say, in about 3 seconds or so. That ball was swatted. That thing had to have gone about 240, 250 or so. That ball cleared the fence with a lot to spare. The pitch as knocks Malone down. It'll be 1-1. The 1-1 to Malone is a strike called. It's now 1-2. Miles Drew Johnson hoping to bat here in this bottom of the 5th inning. Looks like we see a youngster running along the fence around the right side. I believe he has the ball. The 1-2 swung on and fouled back. Actually, the ball was up in Malone's eyes as he swats it foul. The 1-2 to Malone is swung on and hit to the right side. That'll drop in front of the right fielder. That could do it. One coming in to score. The ball coming right to the pitcher. He misplays it. Could have a play at the plate, and he is safe, and that will do it. The run comes in behind him, but that's irrelevant as Fairhope got the 2 runs they needed. I guess that would be a double and an error. 2 RBIs for Malone, and for the second night in a row, Fairhope wins one in mercy rule fashion. Your final score, Fairhope American 12, Auburn Blue 2.
The Auburn pitcher ended with 15 pitches. Again, the pitch count for the Auburn pitcher was 15.
So we'll wait as we'll see the hand shaking, and hopefully the ball has made its way. Haven't seen it get up here yet. I'm guessing they will maybe sign it down at the field level and then award it to Rock Gearhart, who started the game on the mound for Fairhope. So Fairhope will take on, I believe it was Hueytown who won the game over Dothan American.
For the presentation of the home run ball.
So we did get a confirmation. Hueytown 10-1 winners over Dothan. So it'll be Hueytown and Fairhope tomorrow at noon over on Field 1.
Dixie officials would like to award a home run ball to number 12, Rock Gearhart from Fairhope American.
And young Mr. Gearhart getting the home run ball signed. Because we'll
Thank
recap.
You, good luck in the rest of the tournament.
We'll recap real quick what happened. For Auburn Blue, it was Hank Hudson 0 for 1 with a walk. Ethan Grooms 1 for 2. Jackson Kilgore 1 for 2 with a triple and a run scored. He also walked. Ty Hudson 0 for 2. Brady Skigelski 0 for 2. Cooper Nimmo 0 for 2. Allen Owen 1 for 2 with a run scored. Walker Lane a single and a walk. Braden Butler 0 for 1 with a walk. Kyle King 0 for 2 with an RBI. Owen Zapp 0 for 2. And William Foster 0 for 1. For the victorious Fairhope American squad, it was Gavin Rehorn 0 for 2. Braxton Taylor 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Rock Gearhart 1 for 2 with a solo homer. He also walked once, scored twice. Copeland Bryant goes 1 for 3 with 3 runs scored and an RBI. Darren Leggett 1 for 2 with a double, a run scored, and a bases loaded walk. Jack Malone goes 2 for 2 with a sac fly, 3 RBIs total, and a run scored. Miles Drew Johnson 1 for 2 with a run scored. Jacob O'Brien 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Zach Jones 1 for 2 with a double. Will Sparks 1 for 2. Jerry McDowell 0 for 2 with a walk, and Finley Lavelle 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. So that'll do it here tonight here on Field 2. Fairhope American for the second night in a row wins in mercy rule fashion. They have scored 29 in their first 2, including 12 here tonight, and a 12-2 win over Auburn Blue. Again, it'll be Auburn Blue and Tallahassee in an elimination game at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Fairhope at noon will take on Hueytown in a semifinal of the winner's bracket. So that'll do it here. We'll be back here, in about 12 hours or so. Jason Thompson signing off. And that'll do it. Jason Thompson wishing you, wherever you tuned in, a pleasant evening.